Good morning, everybody. Welcome again in our 14th meeting of the book club. You know the norm of these meetings. As usual, we are going to discuss one of the selected books by the Language Center staff, and then we'll move to the best releases of the month. Each month, we discuss some of the best releases of books, whether they are novels, collections of short stories, essays, whatever posted in international sites. We discover it here in order to cope with the movements of writing all over the world. The selected book for this month in the Language Center is a book called The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, and it's written by Ordati Roy. This novel, I got it from the book fair last year, and when I started reading it, I felt a frustration because this is an Indian writer, and one thing to know about Indian writers, I don't know if it is because of the nature of their life or society or whatever, but their mind seems to work in a different way. Their writing is crowded just like their life. It's colorful, true, but it's overcrowded with characters, details, events, and everything. So I couldn't stand it. I mean, it's okay, it's interesting. Usually I like such kind of details. However, there's so many names, there's so many events, and plus I don't know a lot about the history of India. That's why I didn't like this book, and I couldn't finish it. So I put it aside and decided that this book is not for me. But I enjoyed the first two chapters only because they are the start of the story. The It talks about the story of a hijra, and I discovered what is meant by hijra, which is something new. It resembles the phenomenon of transgender or gays. So it's a gay person. The story starts with his childhood and how he started discovering his different feelings, how he's different in society. Then it's nice to know how his family dealt with this issue, and then how the community accepts or rejects this minority or kind of a group. The story proceeds telling the events of how this person lived his first 30 years or so, and then the difficulties, challenges he faces after that. uh, and all these events, all this story, I mean the details of the story, it's uh, it comes in between several political actions. One interesting fact is that even the writer includes the look of society about the past regime in Iraq, which is so interesting. After that, I stopped. I don't know what happened at the end of the book. But the idea is that the book club is not only to tell the story of a book that we loved or liked, but it's also about recommending books for people. For me, I don't recommend this book for readers. The next part is to talk about books released in the month in question. For example, we have books released in May 2022, and these books include the following. We have a book entitled Chef's Kiss. It's by T.J. Alexander. Simone is partly chef. Simone is a pastry chef working in a Bon Appetit style test kitchen, where she'd prefer to stay behind the scenes. But when her company decides to pivot to video, she's forced into the spotlight and has to deal with her unbearably chirpy colleague Ray. Eventually, the two bond, and Simone tries to be a good friend when Ray shares that they are non binary. It's hard to say what's sweeter, the pair's slow burn romance or the drool worthy descriptions of desserts. Another interesting book called All the Lovers in the Night. It's by Mieko Kawakami. Fuyoko Airi is a Japanese 30 something who is unable to form a meaningful relationship but resolves to change once she meets a man named Mitsuo Soka. As she begins to knock down the protective walls she built around herself, she learns more about why she is the way she is and who she wants to be. Ali Smith presents Companion Piece this month. Sandy is an artist whose elderly father is in the hospital during the coronavirus pandemic. Though Sandy is careful to isolate and stay healthy, unexpected house guests disrupt her lockdown existence. This novel pushes readers to consider what it means to let people into your life even when you don't want to. Then we have Joka Al-Harithi writing the novel Bitter Orange Tree, an imaginative story about Zuhur, an Omani woman attending school in the UK who struggles to reconcile her past with her present. Zuhur reflects often on her relationship with her grandmother, which she hopes will help her make new friends and adapt to her new life. This slim novel is a bittersweet, non-linear exploration of social status and the young woman's agency. Then we have Naivu writing Siren Queen. Luli is a Chinese American girl who is determined to become an old Hollywood star. This Hollywood, however, is populated with monsters and demons, and Luli has to reckon with those sinister beings as she pursues fame at any cost. Doing so might mean becoming a monster herself. So interesting. All the Seas of the World by Guy Gavriel Kay. This historical fantasy focuses on Raphael, a ship captain, and his partner Nadia, who accepted a dangerous job, assassination, and it's missing in the presentation, sorry. This 600-page narrative is about family, faith, love, and war. I don't know why these books about ships and the sea they exceed 300 pages. I don't know. You Have a Friend in 10A by Maggie Shipstead, a collection of short stories. One transports readers to a love triangle playing out on a Montana dude ranch. Another takes place on horseback in the backcountry, and a third tells the story of a disastrous Romanian honeymoon. The 10 pieces are introspective and layered, starring flawed, complex characters. Translating Myself and Others by Jhumpa Lahiri. When I first read the title of this book, I thought, oh, okay, it's something about psychology or psychological status of people. But then I discovered this collection of essays. Lahiri reflects on the art of translation, including how she translated her own work from Italian to English, and also considers other great novelists' approach to translation, as well as the value of the process more broadly. The last book of the best releases in May 2022 is written by Clivis Natira, and it's called Niroda on the Park, a Dominican family that has lived in the same New York City neighborhood for 20 years. As gentrification creeps in, parents Eusebia and Valdemar and their daughter Luz respond in starkly different ways. Complicating matters, Luz's boyfriend is one of the people planning to develop luxury apartments in the family's neighborhood. The plot revolves around the themes like community and survival, and Natira deftly explores what it means to call a place home, especially when that place is under threat. That's all for the book club today. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience because we've lost the internet connection for more than an hour. Thank you for the people who attended in person today. We are thrilled to have you back. Hopefully, in the future, we got more people to attend these sessions, and also we'll get online meeting also too. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next month, inshallah. Bye bye.